Effective today, all POGOs are banned.
I understand how the system really works from the inside out. I've worked across multiple layers of the industry: player care, VIP support, compliance, and consumer protection. That insider view frames the question today: should the Philippines ban online gambling or regulate it properly?
Nakikita ko dito failure of the regulator again. Parang pogo ito na yung regulator, which is PAGCOR, ay dapat naghihigpit siya.
The Akbayan Party List Group pushing a proposed law that seeks strict regulation of online gambling platforms in the country amid reports of worsening gambling addiction among Filipinos, particularly the youth.
The result is always the same. Players will never see the change. A ban strips away every safeguard while gambling or any vice keeps breathing underground. Now with rigged odds, laundering channels, underage users, and addiction with no exit. The guardrails were missing. Number 1, self-exclusion. Loss and deposit limits. Reality check. Timeout buttons. UK sites let players self-lock for 12 hours or up to 30 days. Most local sites offer nothing. For this episode, nag-review kami ng casinos regulated by PAGCOR: Solera Casinos, Bingo Plus, Game Zone, Casino Plus, Bet88. So one thing in common sa napansin ko sa kanilang lahat, walang...
Tonight, a new voice joins PGMN, our very first citizen journalist. He spent 13 years with William Hill, one of the biggest and most established sports betting and online casino companies in the United Kingdom. He started on night shift customer support, talking to real players and spotting early signs of gambling problems. When the VIP team was offline, he handled the high rollers and kept issues calm. Later, he moved to the safety side, checking IDs so minors and fake accounts don't get in, shutting down duplicate accounts, and processing self-exclusion so people who choose to stop gambling are fully blocked and reported to regulators. He's done player care, VIP support, and compliance. He knows the system because he's worked every part of it. Disclosure: he wrote tonight's piece independently with no ties to any online casino operator or sponsor. He now works as a life coach and financial advisor with one of the country's leading financial services firms. We're bringing him in because we trust his intent to help viewers think clearly and decide for themselves. Please welcome to PGMN, Mervin K. Oliveros.
I spent 13 years in the online casino industry. Starting out as a customer service agent, I was on the front lines, hearing real concerns from players, spotting early signs of problem gambling, and understanding the day-to-day realities of users on the platform. I've worked across multiple layers of the industry: player care, VIP support, compliance, and consumer protection. I understand how the system really works from the inside out. That insider view frames the question today: should the Philippines ban online gambling or regulate it properly? Why a ban backfires? A ban feels clean, but history shows it fails. When kidnappings tied to Pogo spiked, Malacanang ordered offshore operators closed in July 2024. 12 months later, police are still raiding rebranded hubs and rescuing staff.
More than 104 nationals arrested by Philippine authorities during a raid on...
Philippine authorities capture a fugitive Chinese official of an illegal offshore game.
Filipino authorities raid a Makati City building which supposedly houses a large-scale scamming operation.
That pattern is familiar. In the U.S. Prohibition 1920 to 1933, legal bars shut but bootlegging exploded. Chicago mob boss Al Capone reportedly pulled in about $100 million a year in 1927. That is equivalent to roughly $1.7 billion or 95 billion pesos in 2024 after inflation. Canada's 1990s cigarette crackdown, higher taxes and local bans push contraband's share of the market from 1% in 1987 to about 31% in 1993. Philippine liquor bans during COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. Formal sales stopped, but unverified online deliveries surged, so much that the DOF weighed an outright ban on all internet alcohol sales to curb minors' access. The result is always the same. Players and their money migrate to URLs that pay no tax, ask no ID, and answer no hotline. If you lose cash, there's no refund. If you're locked out, there's no regulator. If you get addicted, no self-exclusion or counseling. A ban strips away every safeguard while gambling or any vice keeps breathing underground. Now with rigged odds, laundering channels, underage users, and addiction with no exit. Every digital casino game relies on two pieces of math. Number one, RNG or the random number generator. It is a software that produces each card, real stop, or roulette result. RNG equals true randomness. So let me explain RNG. Ang RNG is ibig sabihin niyan, sobrang random. Pagka nagbabato ka ng dice, hindi mo alam ang resulta, di ba? So hindi totoo na programmed ang mga games para manalo ka sa umpisa. Lahat ng resulta, random. Walang daya, walang programming. Random. You are at the mercy of the RNG or the random number generator pag naglalaro ka ng casino games. At hindi rin totoo ang beginner's luck. Iniisip nyo lang yan. Walang beginner's luck. Number 2, RTP or return to player. It is the built-in payback rate. A legitimate 95% RTP means the house keeps about 5 pesos every 100 pesos wagered. Average over a millions of spins. Ang RTP or return to player means, kagaya ng example kanina, 95%. Hindi ibig sabihin nito, bawat laro mo dapat 95% bumabalik sa'yo. Hindi ganon. It is measured by all the games played by all the players in the platform. That means, millions and millions of spins, dun nako-compute ang RTP. Kaya din totoo na the house always wins kasi guaranteed na yung return sa casino. On licensed platforms, RTP claims is mandatory tested and certified. Independent labs such as GLI, iTech Labs, and BMM hash the code, fire off millions of spins, and issue a certificate regulators can cross-check. The UK Gambling Commission's latest compliance report put that mean RTP of audited online slots at 94.7% for 2023. Virtually identical to what was advertised. Unlicensed sites face no independent audit. Without a regulator or a lab certificate, an operator can push a midnight patch and slash the advertised RTP. Players will never see the change. A 2024 European Gambling and Betting Association briefing notes that the black market casinos routinely patch RTP figures that cannot be verified and may be significantly below those claimed, warning regulators that the shortfall can exceed 10 to 20% points when tested. In other words, what looks like a 95% game may in reality return 75 to 85% only. Without outside testing, the odds turn into an invisible tax, not a fair bet. Countries that choose tight regulation over outright bans end up with measurable consumer protection. Take the United Kingdom. GamStop, the countrywide self-exclusion list, now tops 500,000 live blocks. UKGC stats show roughly 1/4 of new users under 25 in a survey of Ipsos by roughly 4,600 people who joined GamStop found that 3 out of 4 felt more in control of their gambling after signing up. So in the UK, ang GamStop is a national self-exclusion. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng self-exclusion? Mababan ka sa lahat ng online platforms pagka-sign up mo sa GamStop. And this happens instantly. Hindi ka na agad makakalaro. This is a very good exit strategy pag ayaw mo na talaga. Pag self-excluded ka, hindi ka na makakabalik for a period of 6 months, 1 year, or 5 years. At hindi ito revocable. Hindi ka pwedeng magpa-cancel ng exclusion. Talagang tatapusin mo yung duration, hindi ka talaga makakabalik. And there are casinos na nag-fail sa kanilang pag-comply sa pag-block ng mga accounts, and those users na nakapaglaro ulit at nag-complain sa UKGC, ang laki-laki ng fine. So kung may makakalusot, problema yon ng casino. Negligence yon ng casino. At napapublicize ang issue sa media. Since October 2021, the UK Gambling Commission has outlawed slot autoplay, capped spin speed at 2.5 seconds, and banned near-win fireworks. All features shown by behavioral research to fuel risky play. Comparing sa mga games dito sa Pilipinas, nakikita nyo yung autoplay. Ibig sabihin, isang pindot lang, mag-spin yan automatically for 10, 20, ikaw ang magsiset. Sa UK, bawal na yun. Pinagbawal yun. Nakaka-trigger kasi to ng compulsive gambling. Hindi mo na namamalayan na uubos na pala ang pera mo. Kaka-autoplay mo. Minsan, hindi ka naman talaga panalo pero may mga effects na parang nanalo ka. Yun yung mga near-win fireworks na sinasabi ko. Yun yung mga nakakahayahay pa na parang nakakaengganyo pa maglaro sa mga player. Kasi parang, ay, mananalo na sana ako. Sige, isa pa, tuloy pa natin. Bawal yun. Risky yun. So magandang ipagbawal ang autoplay at pati yung mga pagtanggal ng mga animations para tuloy-tuloy lang yung spin. Puro result lang yung lumalabas. Dapat isa-isang spin para in control pa rin si player. Marketing is muscled too. No celebrities, no get-rich hooks, and if a player wants to raise a deposit limit, a 24-hour cooling off plus an affordability check kicks in first. Sa mga bansang nagko-comply, wala kang makikita mga celebrities na nagpo-promote ng online gambling. Dito sa Pilipinas, ultimong mga noontime show hosts na nakikita tuwing tanghali nagpo-promote ng sugal. Parang may mali, di ba? Yung mga get-rich hooks na parang dito malaki ang chances manalo. Walang ganon, guys. So, wag kayo basta-basta maniniwala or magpapadala sa mga false advertisements. Lalo na yung mga sinasabing dito, guaranteed ang panalo mo. Dito, madaling manalo. Dito, sure, kikita ka. Hindi totoo yun. May mga platforms na nag-offer ng deposit limit. Yung iba, walang kwenta. Pero ang maganda, ang deposit limit, pag nagsiset ka, dapat may cooling off pag gusto mong palitan. Lalo na kung tataasan mo. Kasi ano pang sense kung magsiset ka ng deposit limit, kaya mo rin naman dagdagan ng dagdagan pagka kinukulang ka sa paglalaro. Pag babawasan mo yung deposit limit mo, okay lang, walang cooling off period. Babawasan, liliitan mo nga mas okay yun. One digital block, slower reels, muted ads, and forced spending pauses. That's regulation, not prohibition. Puts those 4 guardrails between a player and a bad night. None of this is technically hard. It already works elsewhere. What we need is political will, public pressure, and a regulator that does not profit from the spin it polices. So ano nga bang lagay sa Pilipinas ngayon? None of those tools is standard here. Self-exclusion is a paper form filed at a land-based casino. It never reaches online sites. Senator Win Gatchalian's July 2025 draft Online Gambling Regulation Act would block GCash and Maya deposits and impose a 10,000 peso minimum cash in. The intent is protective. The flaw is obvious. 20 peso bettors will simply reroute to offshore platforms. The bill also leaves credit card funding, gambling on utang, untouched. Okay naman yung kay Senator Win. Pero yung 10,000 peso minimum deposit, masyadong mataas yun. Alam naman natin karamihan na naglalaro, yung mga nasa middle or even lower. Napanood nyo naman siguro yung nag-viral na jeepney driver habang namamasada, nagsispin ng reels. Magkano lang ba tinataya nun? 20-20, di ba? So ngayon, kung magkakaroon tayo ng limit na 10,000, ang mamamayagpag yung mga black market or yung mga illegal na sugalan online. Kasi sila yung tatanggap ng mga ganong kaliliit na deposit. Over in the House, the Jokno Akbayan kontra Isugal Act proposes a digital self-exclusion list, loss limit rules, and heavy ad controls. Solid na solid features but still waiting for committee debate. Pero self-exclusion list, parang wala pa, pero nakita ko sa mga tinest kong websites, parang papunta na dun. Sa ngayon kasi, mano-mano pa lahat. Meron yung National Self-Exclusion List, pero maganda i-pattern natin dun sa GAMSTOP. Loss limit rules, meron naman yung iba, pero yung iba wala. Hindi ito strictly enforced. Maganda, ito ay strictly enforced on all sites, on all gambling sites, para solid yung protection ng mga manlalaro. Going to self-exclusion, ang procedure dati, mano-mano. Mag-fill up ka ng form, dadalhin mo sa PAGCOR, or isi-send mo via email. Kailangan pa ng mga ID, ng verification, at kung ano-anong mga requirements para maproseso. Ngayon, for some reason, nakita ko siya ngayon lang, before I went to this shooting, na meron na siyang online self-exclusion platform. So, hindi ko palang alam kung gano'n ito ka-effective. Kasi, mismong sa RG page ng PAGCOR website, wala yung link na yun. Natuklasan ko lang sa isang gambling platform na meron nung link na yon at it exists. So it remains to be tested how effective yung link na yon. Makikita din natin kung gaano ka-compliant lahat ng online casino pagdating doon sa self-exclusion na yon. Doon sa heavy ad controls, kahit papano may win naman na. Natanggal na yung mga billboard na masakit sa mata sa EDSA. Both drafts push the debate forward, yet key gaps remain that our 7-point blueprint would close. Deposit limits with a 24-hour cooling off. Akbayan sets loss limit but no delay. The Senate bill relies on high cash-in barrier. Ang deposit limit, dapat yan, pag sign up pa lang, sineset na. Mandatory. Nakita ko sa mga platforms na chinek ko, hindi lahat nagpo-promote ng deposit limit. Merong wala, merong monthly, merong daily lang. Iba-iba. Merong iba, pwede mo namang i-override. So parang wala ring kwenta. Nag-set ka pa ng deposit limit. May isang platform na maganda kasi nagsiset ka ng deposit limit at hindi mo ito ma-edit within 24 hours. Number 2, product design breaks. Neither text explicitly bans autoplay or turbo spins. Ibig sabihin, wala nang auto spin button. Hindi na tayo dapat nagsiset ng mga auto spin. Yung mga isang pindot, 10 spin, 20 spin agad. Number 3, credit card risk. The Senate bill targets e-wallets but leaves card funding untouched. To be fair, sa 5 na check ko, wala namang mga credit card options. Puro e-wallet at saka debit. Independent regulator. Both bills note PAGCOR's conflict but neither fully separates enforcement from revenue. Our plan makes that firewall non-negotiable. Hindi dapat PAGCOR ang regulator at operator. Malinaw na malinaw ang conflict of interest. Parang tanga, 'di ba? Pag sila nagkamali, ano yun, paparusahan nila yung sarili nila? In short, Akbayan's bill strengthens consumer tools, Gatchalian's tightens payment and ad rules, but a complete solution still needs universal cool-off windows, design speed limits, credit limits, and above all, an authority that does not earn from the games it polices. Merge those pieces together and you get the 7-layer safety net proven to work abroad. The guardrails were missing. Number 1, self-exclusion. Loss and deposit limits. Reality check. British rules pop up a reminder. Timeout buttons. UK sites let players self-lock for 12 hours or up to 30 days. Most local sites offer nothing. Ganon ka-behind ang mga platform sa Pilipinas. Napaka-konti ng mga responsible gambling options. Ang meron lang dito, deposit limit, self-exclusion. Hindi pa promoted. Yung iba, mahihirapan ka pang malaman kung nasaan. Yung ibang website, hindi mo pa nga alam na merong mga ganong option. Reality check, loss limits. Merong mga ibang platforms na may reality check. Merong ibang platform na nagsiset ng loss limit, pero hindi lahat. Kasi nga, dito, hindi regulated lahat. Dito, napakaluwag ng regulations ng PAGCOR. Buti pa nga Netflix, i-remind ka kung gusto mo nang tumigil manood, di ba? Dito, wala. Timeout para yung self-exclusion. Pero ito, temporary lang. And you can lock yourself for 12 hours or 30 days depending kung anong gusto mo. Dito, pwede ka daw mag-close ng account. Pero pag gusto mo ulit, makakabalik ka after 30 minutes. Those 4 missing tools protect 500,000 Brits, 24% of them under 25, and 84% says the tools help. Filipino players get none of that support, and many don't even know such features exist. PAGCOR still operates the Casino Filipino chain in its own Pigo-based online platform while simultaneously licensing private casinos and e-gaming sites. Chairman Alejandro Tenco has publicly acknowledged the conflict of interest and told Senate budget hearings that PAGCOR aims to complete the privatization of its casino operations by 2025 to 2026 so we can focus solely on regulation. Until regulation and revenue are separated, any player safety rule can be watered down to protect earnings. For this episode, nag-review kami ng casinos regulated by PAGCOR, and here's what we found. So isa sa mga tinest namin, yung website ng Solaire Online. Solaire Casinos. Popular yung casino nila land-based. Pero apparently, meron din pala silang online platform. So, upon registration, maganda kasi nanghingi na agad sila ng ID for verification. And fun enough, Jumio yung ginagamit nilang system, which is very familiar ako. Dito, naka-itemize yung mga slots nila and very professional ng kanilang user interface. Okay, so one of the things na tinitingnan ko is yung RG page. Meron ba siyang link sa first page pa lang or sa landing page ng site kung meron? So dito, Solaire, merong responsible gambling page. So pag binuksan natin siya, dito nakasulat yung responsible gaming nila na policy. So ayan, nakasulat yan. Pero dito sa Solaire, wala kami kitang mga options. Puro explaining lang and self-exclusion. Walang deposit limit at kung ano-ano pa. So medyo kulang na kulang. Pero meron dito mga helpline makakatulong para sa mga addicted. Tinesting ko nga rin pala yung live chat nito. Unfortunately, yung support, ang tinanong ko, ano yung mga online responsible gambling options nila, hindi nila nasagot. To be fair, mabilis yung response time, pero sabi ng agent, hindi daw sila yung nag-handle ng responsible gaming query. Which is very wrong! Sa trabaho ko dati, dapat support pa lang, meron ka ng skills to check kung anong problema or nagkakaroon ba ng problema. Even the statements ng mga nakakausap mo, dapat alam mong i-address. Very important lalo ang topic ng responsible gambling. So checking some of the games, meron silang RTP, sinasabi naman nila yung mga RTP dito pero hindi lahat. And meron lahat ng games nila ng autoplay, which is very dangerous. And checking their deposits, nakita ko na wala namang option for credit card, which is good. Pero meron silang GCash, Maya, at saka online banking. So yun lang, to wrap up with Soler, very limited yung kanilang responsible gambling options. Self-exclusion, kikwento nila sa'yo na dapat ganito yung gawin mo, pero wala talagang facility online para gawin mo yan dito sa kanila. Kasi nga, yung regulations ng PAGCOR, kailangan mong mag-apply mano-mano. Next na chinek ko, Bingo Plus. Ang pinopromote ni Piolo at ni Yaya Dub. Wala silang RG page or responsible gambling link na visible pagkita mo sa landing page. Hanapin mo pa siya sa account. Pupunta ka pa sa more options bago ka makarating sa responsible gaming page. Dapat, ideally, maganda landing page pa lang, meron na agad link for responsible gaming or responsible gambling. Ang options ng Bingo Plus for responsible gambling, visible sa app, is yung kanilang daily gaming duration, daily gaming schedule, and daily loss limit. Pwede mo yun maset. Sa gaming duration, 1 to 24 hours, pwede. Sa daily gaming schedule, pwede ka mag-set ng oras. And sa daily loss limit, ito loss limit, meaning magkano lang yung kaya mong ipatalo per day. So meaning, pag nag-set ka dyan ng 500, pag natalo ka na ng 500 for that day, magpo-prompt na siguro siya ng warning na na-reach mo na siya. Ito yung nakakatawa. Pwede mo siyang palit-palitan lang. Anytime. So, ibig sabihin, kung nag-set ka ng isang oras at bitin ka pa, pwede mo siyang i-increase agad into 3. And then later into 4, into 5, making it useless. Now, with the loss limit, magandang combo to with deposit limit. Kasi, kahit papano, kahit meron kang deposit limit, let's say, 1,000 per month, kung meron ka namang isiset na loss limit daily, hindi agad-agad made-deplete yung deposit limit na sinet mo. So, maganda siyang combo. Ang pagkakaiba nun, ang deposit limit, talagang limited lang yung magiging deposit mo. And hindi ka dapat, ideally, makapag-deposit pag na-reach mo na yung threshold. For loss limit, ganun din. Pwede kang walang deposit limit, pero meron ka namang isiset na loss limit. So everyday, meron ka lang dapat na natatalo na, let's say, 100. Yun lang kasi yung willing kang ilaro or ipatalo sa isang araw. Yun yung difference nilang dalawa. Now, when it comes to self-exclusion, walang nabanggit. Siguro unless tingnan mo yung terms and conditions or kumonta ka ng support to ask kung ano yung self-exclusion. Pero, ang problema dito, hindi nga kasi lahat alam kung ano yung self-exclusion. So, paano ka makapag-self-exclude sa isang platform kung hindi mo naman alam na meron palang ganun? That's why it's really important na alam natin yung options to educate people of the choices ng mga responsible gambling facilities na pwede nilang gamitin para maging in control sila sa kanilang gambling. Ang next namin tiningnan yung Game Zone. Ini-endorse ni Vice Ganda. Dito, upon sign up, hiningan agad ako ng ID for KYC verification. Which is good. I think same lang sila ng Bingo Plus. I think they're in the same company. Pero dito, meron siyang deposit limit. Pareho sila ng options for RG ng Bingo Plus, pero ito merong daily deposit limit. Isa pang reason kung bakit important na nagwo-work hand in hand ang deposit limit at saka yung loss limit is that pag meron kang malaking panalo na hindi mo pa na-withdraw, chances are, if you're a compulsive gambler, mauubos at mauubos mo yan. Kaya very useful ang loss limit sa isang casino para hindi mo maubos yung mga naka-imbak na balance at ma-withdraw mo pa siya kinabukasan. Kasi marami akong na-encounter na mga players before na nagre-reklamo kasi nga hindi nila nakokontrol yung gambling nila. Yung money na napanalunan nila noong mga nakaraang araw, magrereklamo sila na nailaro nila at naubos. Checking Game Zone, meron nga siyang deposit limit, pero ito yung nakakatawa. Meron siyang daily deposit limit. Pag na-reach mo na yung limit, sasabihin niya sa'yo, you have already reached your limit. At pag gusto mo pa ulit mag-deposit, tatanungin ka lang niya, do you wish to proceed? Napaka-useless. Nag-set ka pa ng limit, pwede mo rin palang i-override. Kaya important yung cool-off period na 24 hours pag mag-i-increase ka ng limit. Kasi imagine, di ba, meron kang deposit limit na 1,000. Nabitin ka sa laro, pero compulsive gambler ka na pala. 'Di ba? Gusto mo pang dagdagan kasi nga gusto mo pang maglaro. Kung walang limit, kung ma-override din lang yung limit, kung walang 24 hours cooling off period, wala rin. Magde-deposit at magde-deposit ka lang. Napaka-useless. Pero kung may 24 hours cooling off period, kahit papano, mapipigilan yung pagiging compulsive mo. Yun yung pinoprotektahan dun. So here's what I did not like also sa Game Zone. Wala rin silang RG options visible sa website. Walang link, walang self-exclusion, walang kahit anong facility na meron bukod dun sa deposit limit na na-override. Pero, pag pumunta ka sa support, lumalabas naman yung self-exclusion option. Or pag pumunta ka sa FAQs. Which is wrong. Dapat meron lahat ng platforms, merong dedicated responsible gambling page na nandun na yung mga options na pwede mong gamitin. So, ang hindi maganda rito, wala silang dedicated responsible gambling page. Dapat, ang isang responsible gambling page nasa landing page na agad pagpunta mo sa website. Isang click lang, nandun na lahat ng options na pwede mong piliin in case nararamdaman mo na sa sarili mo na nagiging compulsive ka na. Nararamdaman mo na sa sarili mo na may problema ka na sa gambling. Isa pa sa mga tricky or medyo risky na nakikita ko dito sa Game Zone, may mga games sila na hindi transparent sa RTP. Ang nakasanayan ko, lahat ng laro sa casino, sa information ng bawat game, nakapublish yung RTP. Ano ba yung RTP ng bawat laro? Checking some of the games here, yung iba wala. Next na tinignan ko, Casino Plus, endorsed by Alden Richards. Same with the others, Casino Plus, walang responsible gambling page sa landing page nung platform. Ganon, sinabi ko na kanina, dapat meron. And dapat doon sa landing page ng responsible gambling, nakalista na lahat ng options. Pag pumunta ka sa menu, ang nakakatawa dito, pag kinlik mo yung responsible gambling link nila, kailangan mo pang mag-login para mabasa yung content. Which is weird. General information dapat yun, hindi mo na kailangan mag-sign up para lang mabasa yun. Diba? Now, pagpasok ko sa responsible gaming link ng Casino Plus, okay siya, okay to, nagandahan ako sa nakita ko, pero deposit limit lang ang meron, which is a monthly deposit limit. Nag-set ako, tinry ko mag-set, and then meron siya talagang warning na hindi mo siya pwedeng baguhin within 24 hours. Whether if it's an increase or decrease. Ngayon, sa nakasanayan ko, pag nagde-decrease ka ng limit, meaning meron kang 1,000, gusto mong maging 100 or 500 lang yung limit, dapat wala ng 24-hour cooling off period. Kasi safe naman yun eh, babawasan mo nga yung deposit limit mo eh. So, ibig sabihin, mas maliit yung ipapasok mo sa casino. So, dapat, pagka nagde-decrease ka ng limit, instant. Pero pag nag-i-increase ka ng limit, dun yung cooling off period. Unfortunately, wala na namang information about self-exclusion sa website ng Casino Plus. Pero pag kumonta ka ng support, babanggitin naman nila sa iyo and magkakaroon ka ng option to click on that self-exclusion link na nabanggit ko kanina. Next na tinignan ko, Bet88, endorsed by Ivana Alawi. So upon sign up, ganun din, nag-verify ako dito. And maganda kasi meron silang link for responsible gambling sa landing page. Pero anong laman nun? Yung kanilang code of practice lang, puro words, and yung mga limit nila and whatnot. Pero wala silang deposit limit. Dito sa link na to, binanggit lang nila yung self-exclusion and kung anong gagawin mo para makapag-self-exclude ka. Pero meron din silang mga nilista dito na mga institution na makakatulong sa mga problem gamblers. So yun yung maganda rito, pero yun nga, kulang na kulang. Wala siyang link. In-instructionan ka lang niya kung paano ka magsi-self-exclude. Again, ano ba ang self-exclusion? It allows a customer or a player na maban permanently. Not really permanent, pero for a certain period of time. 6 months, 1 year, or 5 years, at hindi ito mare-revoke. Meaning, hindi ka talaga makakabalik kahit magmakaawa ka. Mababan ka totally sa lahat ng online platform na regulated by PAGCOR. So, one thing in common sa napansin ko sa kanilang lahat, walang credit card deposits, which is good. Lahat PayMaya, GCash, which is bad for our small bettors. Kasi, ang dali-dali na access ng GCash tsaka Maya. So, ano na ba yung mga wins natin lately? So, number 1, nawala na yung mga billboards. Bawal na mag-promote sa mga billboards, lalo na yung mga may artista na nakikita. Number 2, CICC has already taken down over 8,000 illegal sites, which is good. And lastly, pinatanggal ng BSP sa GCash yung mga online casino games. Pero, GCash pa rin ang number 1 payment method pagdating sa mga platforms, which is bad for our small-time bettors. I am not pro-gambling. I am pro-accountability and pro-choice. I've seen what a 2 a.m. spiral looks like. The room quiet, the screen loud, the promise of one more spin so you can face your family in the morning. That's not entertainment anymore. That's a trap with a soundtrack. Bans won't save you. They push people into darker rooms with rigged mats and no exits. Daylight saves you. Rules you can see, tools you can use, and the right to say enough and have the system listen. Unahin natin yung kaya mong kontrolin. Bago ka maglaro, mag-set ka ng budget na kaya mong ipatalo. Mag-set ka ng oras ng paglalaro at wag kang maghahabol ng panalo. If you fail one, i-close mo na yung website. If the line's already blurry, mag-pause ka ng 24 hours. I-self-exclude mo lahat ng account na kaya mo. Magsabi ka sa isang tao na pinagkakatiwalaan mo ngayon na. Sleep, eat, reset. Pagkatapos, talk to someone trained to help. May counselors at support groups na talaga para rito. Needing help isn't a failure. It's a decision. Platforms must carry their weight. Audited RNG and RTP, deposit limits chosen at sign up with a real 24 to 48 hour cooling off before any increase. Reality check prompts that show time and net results, a visible take a break button, one-click national self-exclusion that every operator and every payment provider honors. No dark patterns, no turbo spins, no fireworks for net losses. Players' safety should be their top priority, not profit. Smart regulations bring sunlight, an independent regulator with no financial stake, public audits, transparent penalties, and product design breaks that slow the spin and protect the brain. Dapat may choice ang mga tao, but freedom that comes with exits and information. I am pro-choice. We'll defend your right to decide, and we'll fight for the facts and the safety net that makes that decision safer. If you play by your rules, not by the houses. If you're stuck, take that next honest step out, and if you want change, demand daylight from platforms, from policymakers, and from all of us. Choose truth over hype, boundaries over urges, sunlight over shadows. Keep your cash, keep your calm, keep your dignity. Ang totoong panalo dito is yung kaya mo pa ring harapin ng sarili mo sa salamin kinabukasan. I am Mervin K. Oliveros and we are proudly PGMN.